Hello! Welcome to the final part of the VxRail Security Series video. Here you will get insights into how VxRail ensures business continuity through detection and recovery. VxRail product engineers use a zero-trust design to authenticate, authorize, and account for all users who have access to VxRail. This ensures that the right users with the right access level can access the system, and that their activities are logged to keep track of what has been done and by whom. vCenter Single Sign-On, or SSO, handles authentication into the HCI system software through the vCenter plugin using the VxRail API. vCenter supports organizations' centralized identity management system so that users can access all permitted systems. This follows authentication security policies. If VxRail is a standalone environment and not part of a domain, users and passwords can be managed locally in vSphere and iDRAC, but centralized authentication is recommended. VxRail supports multi-factor authentication to enhance security. Because different individuals may be responsible for physical servers, for VxRail lifecycle management, and for the server, storage, and network virtualization environment, VxRail uses role-based access control for iDRAC, HCI system software, and vSphere. iDRAC provides extra protection beyond local key manager through the support of secure enterprise key management, which works on encrypted drives across data centers, remote locations, and in the cloud. VxRail and vSphere have different authorization levels for users. They use the principle of least privilege to grant each user rights to perform their role, but no more than is needed. Users may be given the role of vSphere Administrator, HCIA Management, or both. A user with the HCIA Management role can perform VxRail lifecycle management tasks in vCenter, while a user with the vSphere Administrator role can perform administrator tasks in vCenter. This role allows users to perform a more specific, granular level of access control by creating custom roles. An example of a restrictive role would be no access, preventing a user from seeing specific areas within vCenter. vCenter server role-based access control supports the security principle of least privilege and separation of responsibility. It also allows the security administrator to enhance security by defining specific permissions based on the system's management structure of their organization. To keep a system secure and available, it is essential to understand configuration changes, such as changes that can result from a temporary fix resulting from configuration drift. For example, if someone updates a component of the VxRail software's continuously validated state without using VxRail LCM or VLCM to perform the upgrade using a VxRail software download, these changes could be an indication of a possible intrusion. Detecting this type of intrusion immediately can help to protect critical systems. With VxRail Log Insight, logs of servers, network devices, storage, and applications are compiled as data to build a dashboard with graphs. This allows the administrator to quickly and easily examine the root cause of the issue. An essential advantage of VxRail is ensuring business continuity. In the event of a business interruption due to a security breach, system failure, or lifecycle management, the vCenter server vMotion enables live VM workload migration with zero downtime. The vCenter server can continuously balance and optimize VM compute resource allocation across nodes in the cluster vSphere Distributed Resource Scheduler, or DRS. VxRail leverages the integrated vSphere availability features such as vSphere High Availability, vSphere Distributed Resource Scheduler, and vSAN stretched clusters to support VxRail automated software and provide continuous availability of services that are hosted on VxRail. Therefore, it is recommended that customers use versions of vSphere that include these availability features to reduce the potential need for recovery. The vSphere High Availability, or HA feature, monitors running VMs in a VxRail cluster. In case of a VM or node failure, the vSphere HA will restart the VM on another node in another cluster. VMs can fail because of cyber attacks, underlying hardware failure, or corrupted software. Although vSphere HA does not prevent outages, it can minimize the time it takes to restore services. vSphere DRS spreads the workload of VMs across all nodes in the cluster. As VM resource demands change, DRS can migrate VM workloads using vSphere vMotion to another node in the cluster so that the changing workload is more evenly balanced and no single node is overburdened. Cyber attacks can cause resource issues for VMs not targeted by the attack. Cyber attacks often cause heavy resource utilization by the VM being attacked. It is therefore necessary to migrate VMs from nodes whose resources are being overutilized, enabling the VM to continue providing services. vSAN Stretched Cluster extends a VxRail cluster across 2 sites for a higher level of availability. Only a single instance of a VM exists. However, complete copies of its data are maintained at both sites. If the current site on which the VM is running becomes unavailable, the VM will continue to run at the other site. VxRail recovers data by incorporating a starter pack for Dell RecoverPoint for VMs, which provides remote replication and granular recovery. With RecoverPoint for virtual machines, if, for example, a VM is compromised or data is damaged or ransomed, the VM and dataset quickly roll back to the point before the attack, allowing the business to recover quickly. The HCI system software includes file-based backup and restore that protects against the virtual machine's accidental deletion or internal corruption. Backups can be configured to occur regularly or on an as-needed basis. This all-inclusive feature backs up files inside the vSAN data store, so additional hardware and software are not required. VxRail data protection also includes vSAN Secure Disk Wipe, a feature that ensures that unused data is securely removed from a vSAN disk. VxRail protection also includes VM snapshots, which create a point-in-time copy of a virtual disk to provide a quick rollback at the virtual machine level. VxRail is a robust and flexible hyperconverged infrastructure that can be configured to enable organizations to satisfy compliance regulation requirements. VxRail provides capabilities that align with the NIST cybersecurity framework for how private sector organizations can assess and improve their ability to prevent, detect, and respond to cyber attacks. While some HCI vendors may claim compatibility, Dell is pursuing full certification for the security standards important to our customers. VxRail customers can contact our Dell representatives to discuss how VxRail meets their business and regulatory requirements. The VxRail compatible standards and certifications that help our customers meet their business and regulatory requirements include FIPS 140-2 Level 1 encryption for data at rest encryption, which is required by the US government and other regulated industries, such as financial and healthcare institutions that collect, store, transfer, share, and disseminate sensitive but unclassified information. For IPv6 ready testing, VxRail passed USG v6 interoperability testing for IPv6 in dual stack mode, maintaining the highest standard. Not only do we perform common criteria evaluation on VxRail to provide confidence to our customers, we also obtain common criteria certification to verify the security attributes of VxRail. To comply with DoD Information Network STIG requirements, Dell offers manual and automated steps for configuring VxRail, and other VxRail-compatible standards include Commercial National Security Algorithm Suite, Section 508 VPAT, and Trade Adjustment Assistance. VxRail provides a secure, modern infrastructure from the core to edge to the cloud. VxRail is designed, engineered, built, and managed as a single product to reduce the possible attack surface by reducing the number of components that are involved in the infrastructure. VxRail software lifecycle management bundles may include updates to BIOS, firmware, hypervisor, vSphere, or any of the included management components that make updating the complete software stack much simpler and that reduce the vulnerability to attacks. Thank you for watching.